Need that little, okay. Okay, this is the third meeting of this year. Village Board of Trustees, the Village of Depew, April 28th, 2025, and we're a little bit late, 7:06, pledged by Trustee Kraft.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just remain standing for a second. Within the depths of our being lies an untapped wellspring of potential, a boundless reservoir of strength with unwavering resolve. May we recognize our power to create change, weaving transformation into the fabric of our personal lives and the world beyond. Let empowerment be the anthem that propels us forward, guiding us towards a brighter, more compassionate future. Thank you. Notification of fire exits.
The emergency exits are located to my left and to the rear of the room. In the event of an alarm or emergency, please move in an orderly fashion to the exits and evacuate the building.
Need a roll call?
Trustee Moravsky.
Here.
Trustee Zimba.
Here,
Trustee Kraft.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Here.
Mayor Peterson.
Here. First item of tonight is approve the board meeting minutes from March 24th, 2025.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I'd like to make a motion to move for its adoption that we approve the board meeting minutes for March 24th, 2025.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Next item of business, approve reorganization meeting minutes from April 7th, 2025.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion that we approve the reorganization meeting minutes, April 7th, 2025.
I second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's also carried. Next item of business, approve the zoning board minutes from April 10th, 2025. We'll vote individually on the two of them that are there.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption to approve the zoning board minutes, April 10th, 2025. And number one is 344 French Road, erect an addition to his detached garage less than 5 feet from the property line, approved.
I second the motion.
Need a roll vote, please?
Trustee Moravsky.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Number two, 201 Rossiter Avenue, widened driveway more than 5 feet in front of the principal dwelling, approved.
I second that motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Moravsky.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Okay, tonight, not a real extensive agenda. We have permission for the Boys and Girls Club foot race. That's on July 4th, 2025. Next item is permission for Northside Fire Station Pavilion. It's a pavilion that was erected by the fire department on the north side property, and Central Host number 4 he wants to use that. It's a formality. The village covers the cost of the insurance on that.
Right, yeah, the fire department paid for the pavilion, but it's on village property, so
Right.
we need to get permission. Yeah.
Appreciate that. Next item, approve a member to the junior fire department membership. And that's to the Hook and Ladder Company, Preston Parrish Jr. How many people we have, do you remember, on the meeting?
With the addition of Preston, we're back up to 9 juniors again.
Excellent. Good. Next item, permission to hold the Memorial Day Parade that's put on by our veterans here locally. And that day starts with a service at the Vine Then the parade will kick off from out front here at 10:45. It's a very simple route down Manitou to Terrace and Terrace to Veterans Park. Depew High School Marching Band will be a part of that, various Boy Scout, Girl Scout troops, the Depew Fire Department, Depew Police Department, and our veterans. And Depew Fire will once again be offering transportation for our veterans. And then it'll also be hot dogs and drinks served at the south side. In the event it was crappy weather like last year, then all of that took place inside the fire hall. Appreciate the efforts from the fire department. Next item is appoint a full-time village hall cleaner. Kathy has been covering over at the rec department for quite some time, and doing her job here, along with Laura. Laura was our part-time person, and Laura is going to be made full-time tonight. And then we'll look to backfill the part-time position. Appoint part-time recreation department clerk. And this is Sam. Sam's been a member of the rec department
Yep,
in the past. Primary responsibilities was,
the pavilion, yeah.
there's very little training that needs to be done with that. Next up is authorization for the administrator to advertise for public hearings for demolition of 29 South Warsaw Street, 72 South Bellevue, it should be South Bellevue, correct? Yes. South Bellevue, right? Avenue, and 163 Kiefer Avenue. And that'll be on May 12th, 2025. And last but not least, after a good solid month of working with the numbers, 4 separate meetings, some of them as long as 4 hours or more, with the board members in the conference room, open to the public, we hope to adopt our budget for 2025, 2026 at tonight's meeting. If you want to, you did such a nice job explaining where the numbers start.
There is one Scrivener's error on that, and this was my fault. I wrote this resolution. It needs to say fiscal year 2025, 2026. I did not change it in there. Whoever's reading it, Trustee Adolph.
Yes.
That is 100% my Scrivener's error and not changing those dates. I did the top, but not on the bottom.
Okay.
So we are hoping to pass the budget today. There were increases on both sides. If you look at it from last year, the tax rate in Cheektowaga is raising by 0.99 cents to 9.837525 per thousand. And in the village or the Lancaster portion, it's increasing by 0.19623 cents to a rate of $10.930584. So there has been a slight increase. There were a lot of factors that we could not take out that did cause part of that increase. Are 18% of insurance, the raises across the board for the contracts, either 2.5% or 3%. The increase in our garbage pricing, increase in our contributions for the retirement systems. And then, we really delved deep into every line, went line by line, found where we could make cuts, make adjustments, and this next year we're just going to, not that we're not fiscally responsible now, everybody is very diligent, watching their purchases and making sure everything is done, purchased as needed, but we're just going to be a little more, making sure that every dollar is spent wisely.
And I think it should be noted also that last year, in order to get to the budget numbers last year that we did, the village appropriated $990,000 out of fund balance in order to get to those numbers. This year, with the idea that we're planning ahead for next year, where the garbage contracts comes up and the 3 unions contracts come up, we cut back the amount of fund balance that went into the budget. So instead of 990, it was 400,000 less, and that's 590,000. We feel that we're going to perhaps need that next year, so it's a fiscally responsible thing for us to do. So if anybody has any comments on these agenda items, that we'll start with now, and then there'll be a general public concerns and comments later on in the meeting. And we'll ask that of our viewing public, and of course, who's here? Any questions, sir?
I'm the audience.
Yes,
Yes, I do.
come on up. State your name and address, of course, for the record.
Paul Sprata, 58 Argus Drive in Depew. One thing on the budget that I was against in the last budget, and I'm still against in this budget, is this longevity pay. That should have gone out with high-button shoes and the bustle. It's like a bonus. When these people sign on to take the job they do, they're paid a substantial amount of money, a livable amount, and as they increase their longevity, they get increased vacation. I mean, that's like a bonus too, but that's built into most contracts. But this longevity thing, I'm still against. I went over the copy of the first budget, and we're talking thousands of dollars here. So just something to consider for the next budget. I mentioned this in the last budget, I'm mentioning in this budget, and I'd like it to be mentioned in the last budget. I had it when I was working. The first couple of years I worked there, we had it, and
Where's that?
at the border. And first, after the first couple of years that I was there 35 years, they eliminated the longevity pay because they said it's just outdated. It's like a bonus, and would save everybody a lot of money, except the people that are hanging around. You know, you can't tell me that somebody that's 60 years old is as efficient as somebody that's 30 years old and been there a short time. And the people that are there longer get a bonus. I just don't think it's fair.
Duly
Well,
noted.
it is in our union contracts, so it's,
It is in the
Yes,
union
it's in the
contract?
union
I know it was in
contract.
our union
Yeah.
contract also,
so,
but it was eliminated. as
Well,
being
contracts are up
outdated.
next year. So.
Pardon?
She said contracts are up next year.
yeah.
Okay, just wanted to mention it.
Eliminating something will always get something else in its place. you know?
Oh, yeah, I know,
Yeah, nobody gives away anything without something coming back, so.
yeah, true. Just thought I'd mention it.
Yep,
Can
appreciate
can
it.
I comment on that, Mayor?
Sure.
The longevity has decreased in the payout in most of our departments, if you looked at it. In the PD, it's down, okay, just so I know. It's something that increases, and then when people retire, it goes away, and then it decreases. So we're on a decrease for PD, and I believe we were on a decrease, not for highway, but for admin, for the people in this building, I believe we were on a decrease as well. At least 2 departments we were on a decrease, I remember looking.
Okay.
It would have to be bargained away, Paul.
Yeah,
Okay,
I know.
it's,
Bargaining for the next contract.
okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Okay, nothing on our incoming YouTube? Everybody's outside?
I think everybody is outside.
Really chilling.
Not even our number one fan?
No, not that I know of. She went to the doctor's tonight. All right, first up, item number 1, permission for the Boys and Girls Club 10K race on July 4th, 2025.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Whereas the Depew Lancaster Boys and Girls Club requested permission to hold their 47th annual 10K race on Friday, July 4th, 2025, starting at 8 a.m., excuse me. Be it resolved, the race is approved and will follow the same route as previous years. The race will last about an hour and a half.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that motion is carried. Number 2, permission to the Depew Fire Department, Central Hose Company Number 4, to use the pavilion at the North Side Fire Station.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I'd like to make a motion and move for its adoption. Permission is hereby granted to Central Hose Company Number 4 to use the pavilion at Northside Fire Station, 112 Brewster Street, Depew, New York, 14043, on Saturday, June 21st, 2025, from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m.
I second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion is carried. Third resolution tonight. Permission for membership to the Depew Volunteer Fire Department, the Junior Firefighter Program.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Be it resolved, membership is hereby granted to the following in the Depew Volunteer Fire Department Junior Firefighter Program, pending the passing of his physical. Junior firefighter from Hook and Ladder Company, Preston Paris Jr.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
And Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Resolution number 4, permission to hold the Memorial Day Parade.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Be it resolved, permission is hereby granted to the Depew Joint Veterans Committee to hold their annual Memorial Day Parade and services on Monday, May 26, 2025, beginning at 10:45 a.m. The police department, who will provide necessary traffic enforcement, has approved the parade route, which is Manitow Street to Terrace Boulevard and ending at Veterans Park. Depew Fire Department, Depew Police Department, Depew High School Marching Band, and various Boy Scout and Girl Scout troops will be in the parade. The electrical department will set up the speaker system. The South Side Fire Hall will be used for refreshments.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Number 5, appoint full-time village hall cleaner. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of the Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Laura Bikey to the position of full-time village hall cleaner at a salary per the budget effective April 29th, 2025. I need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
And Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Item number 6, appoint part-time recreation department clerk. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of the Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Sam Radka to the position of part-time recreation department laborer per the salary in the budget, effective May 9th, 2025. I need a roll call vote.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes,
That's carried.
and that's approved. Next item. Authorize the administrator to advertise for public hearings for the demolition of 29 South Warsaw Street, 72 South Bellevue Avenue, and 163 Kiefer Avenue.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Be it resolved, the village administrator is hereby authorized to advertise for public hearings for the demolition of 29 South Warsaw Street, 72 Bellevue Avenue, and 163 Kiefer Avenue. The public hearings will be held on May 12, 2025 at 7 p.m. in council chambers.
I second the motion.
Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Borowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Item number 8, adopt the 2025-2026 budget.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I'd like to make a motion to move for its adoption. Be resolved, the budget for the Village of Depew for the fiscal year 2025 through 2026 is hereby adopted with a tax rate of 9.837525 per thousand for residents on the Cheektowaga portion of Depew and 10.930584 per thousand for residents on the Lancaster portion of Depew.
I second the
Need
motion.
a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Borowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
The board did put in a lot of session hours to get to where the budget was at this point in its approval process. A lot of costs were kind of held us to where we were, and at this time, we think that this budget is appropriate for the village, and that's why it passed tonight.
Okay. Any other comments from trustees? Zeke?
I am, my 5th budget that I've worked on behalf of the residents. This was the most time the board has ever spent on putting a budget together like this. It does not include raises for anybody on this board, anybody up here. And I am not willing to cut services. I'm not there yet. I know it's a large increase, but I'm not willing to cut staff or services to the residents. So I'll stand by it.
Anything, Joe?
Nothing to add.
Bob?
No.
Item 9, we've received employment application for a rec from Tyler Avalos. There's no department head reports for tonight. No unfinished or other business. Before we get to general public comments and concerns, we'll just go around the room. We'll start on my right from our building department, code enforcement officers, Don and Kate.
Good evening. It's obviously construction season, the weather's starting to break, so we will get backed up. So if you're thinking of starting a project or something, don't wait to come into the last minute because we do get backed up this time of year. If you are going to start a project, make sure you call Underground Digs so you're not causing yourself any problems. It's also the time of year where grass and weeds and stuff start to grow. Please keep your properties cut and cleaned. If you have vacant cars, please get them removed or register them. Anything else to add?
Speaking of grass, are we going to be observing no mow May?
No, cut your grass.
There you have it.
Okay.
May's only 31 days. Okay, anything else for code?
Can't think of anything.
Okay. Chief McNamara from our police department.
Good evening. We're in the process of hiring new officers. Academy is coming up here very quickly, so we got to get through that process. We're going to fill out our staff. I'm going to hire 4 new officers. Very shortly, we should see 3 of our officers in training off on their own, so that's good. We're in the process of formulating some SWAT officers, special weapons and tactics officers, which we are going to put on the Cheektowaga SWAT team, set of shared resources, and work in conjunction with Cheektowaga.
Okay. On the other side here, Sam from legal.
All right, we've been busy nonstop. We're trying to protect Argus Drive up here. And because of that, we have 3 demolitions we're processing. You heard the public hearing notice tonight. They have nothing to do with Argus Drive, but they're gonna, everyone is on notice, better keep your property up or you can get one of these notices, right, Paul? That's it. That's my report. Thank you.
That's it?
That's all I have tonight.
Okay.
Do you want me to add anything else?
No.
I will say, I looked through the budget thoroughly, and I can't believe how little money the mayor makes for how much work he puts in here. And it's a lower number than I remembered, and I didn't see it go up this year again. So thank you, Mayor.
We didn't give you any extra money either. So.
That's okay. I'm making twice as much as
Matter of fact, we're looking for some pro bono work.
Just get sued. You got it. Price doesn't go up. It doesn't matter.
Thanks
Don't
for all
get
your
sued.
hard work on the demos too, Sam.
Happy to get it done. Thanks for getting that stuff to me at the 11th
We're
hour.
cleaning up the pew.
Cleaning up the pew.
All right, Chief Musilak from our Depew Volunteer Fire Department.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, everyone. Hope everybody had a happy Easter. The weather was good that day, like it usually is. We had 14 calls since our last village board meeting, 114 year-to-date. New utilities coming along. I believe within the next probably 10 to 12 days, we'll be doing a final inspection, the committee, and hopefully taking delivery a week after that. So we look forward to having it, hopefully in the Memorial Day Parade. Also, our fire department's gearing up for all the village special events that we have coming up. Concerts in the park, Founder's Day, Memorial Day, and we look forward to working with everybody and seeing all the residents out at these events. Welcome our new junior firefighter. Like I said, our program's growing again. We were up to 16, we dropped down to 3, and we're now back up to 9. So that program does work well. We have 33 current firefighters in our department that came from that program, including myself.
What is the age for that?
You have to be 14 years old to join, and it's all the way up to turn age 18, and then you become an active firefighter if you choose to. So it's a really good program. You're a good group of kids, good group of youth. Also, just some Brian's bits, all right, or bites, should I say? We have a big, pretty decent-sized storm coming through the area sometime tomorrow. Expect a lot of water to come down at one time, thunderstorms and winds possibly over 60 miles per hour. So just batten down the hatches, secure everything, and expect for maybe some puddling on the roadways and stuff like that, and maybe even some possible flooding. Also, just be aware of all your first responders. With the weather getting nicer, there's going to be more traffic out on the roads. Be mindful of your first responders out there, your police officers, your firefighters, your EMS workers, and also that includes the tow truck drivers out there. I always tell my firefighters, running into a burning building is safer than working in the roadway. So just be mindful of us out there, please. Thank you.
Okay. Our Recreation Director, Kevin Ferguson.
And Fireman's Park, just getting all the ball diamonds ready, getting the pool ready. All the little parks are all cleaned up and, they're in pretty good shape. He's gonna start doing some more stuff inside the pool tomorrow, but we'll have to pump the pool out on Wednesday, so. That's
And
about
what
it.
was the word on remulching, or putting down the safety surface there?
Yeah, one place has Kathy's got the name of it. So we're probably gonna order it in another week or so.
Okay.
But we have to get a tractor trail load of it. That's what we're gonna need. We haven't redone it in 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah, we took a look on Saturday. It needs to be fluffed up a
Yeah,
bit.
John and Jeff were out there on Friday. They were fluffing it,
Yeah.
but we need.
Yeah. You need material.
Yeah.
Okay, and you got what leagues? You got, how many softball leagues?
I probably got 3 softball leagues coming in right now.
Soccer?
No
That's
soccer.
the fall, right?
That's the fall.
Okay.
Yeah. They come in.
Volleyball?
I have volleyball coming in, yes, and kickball.
Okay. All right, cool. And no ice, so we got the sport car going down?
No, we still have ice on the rink.
Oh,
It's-
okay.
It's just about done. They cut the lines off, so then they just gotta hose it off and get it ready.
Okay. And Department of Public Works is on vacation. Ken is on vacation, and we have a report.
DPW just finished grinding tree stumps, and topsoil and seeds are gonna go along those areas, along with any plow damage areas. The new dugouts at Fireman's Park are near completion. They were able to put in the concrete pads last week because of the nicer weather. They extended the concrete pads at Northside Fire Hall for the installation of the new boiler, starting to edge and mulch Vets Park. The plows are off the trucks and they're getting ready for paving season. There's a tentative schedule for the milling and paving. Milling is scheduled to start the week of May 19th, paving to start the week of June 2nd or 9th. The first phase of roads will be Madeline from Barbados to North Creek, Candace from North Creek to Barnabas, Sherwood from Ledyard to Burkhard, Monacourt along with the cul-de-sacs, Ream Road from Transit to Patsy, Anthony from Ream Road to Hanwell, Keebler from Hanwell to Murano.
And Regina, anything you want to add for the administrator's role? Anything on your agenda?
No, we're just, finally done with the budget, working on our, some other insurance renewals that we need to get done, and, working with the county, we'll be getting tax bills that are gonna be going out soon, so keep an eye out.
Trustee Kraft?
Thank you to anybody that has started participating in the local food business passport. Yes, this was a labor of love, and I'm excited so far to hear the feedback from the business owners. So you still have 3 months to fill up your passport, so get out there.
Very good. On this side, Trustee Z?
Good evening. On May 31st, the Home Hazardous Waste event is returning to the village. This is free to all Erie County residents. It's county money that's brought into the village. The complete list of items and appointments will be posted on our website and the county website shortly. It brings in a group from New Jersey who spends money here locally at our restaurants and then takes all our junk back with them and dispose of it. So it's a free event for, if your taxes are going up, but we can save you a little money here, make it convenient for you. May 31st, more details to follow.
Okay. Trustee Morosky?
Good, thank you.
Okay. Deputy Mayor Adol?
Just want to thank everyone that participated and came out to Arbor Day. Thanks, Paul, for coming out as well. We had we gave out more than 20 trees upward, the range of 30 saplings, 30 young trees that will be planted in the village. I was happy with the turnout, the constant flow of traffic. We had DEC representation show up. Thank you to the B as well for coming out and taking some photos, as well as Assemblyman Pat Chizinski for showing up and showing his support to Depew. So thank you.
Okay. All right. To our public, any comments on any topic? What do you think?
I'm thinking a lot of things. I'll make
All right, come on up. What would be this meeting if we didn't have some kind of comment?
Right. I don't want to hold up the rest of the audience.
Yep.
At the Arbor Day thing, it was nicely done.
Thanks, Paul.
And I went to the Lancaster, they had it at the same time at Westwood Park.
Mm-hmm.
Much bigger event than we had here, but,
Yeah.
there's more people involved there, too. So-
We're an intimate affair.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're all about the trees.
Yeah, we were glad to give out trees to
Yeah,
residents.
I was glad to receive trees, so. I just want to mention about, at Arbor Day, the mayor took me to show me the dugouts and they're doing a great job. Huge improvement. And along with the new backstops, that park has come a long way, just in a year or so. One thing that I'm wondering about is the old bathroom building. What's going to be done with that? I mean, it's obvious that the roof is in awful condition. I don't know what the inside's like, but what's going to be done with that?
The building's gonna remain. They'll get a new roof on it. The insides will be torn out. There'll be a roll-up garage door so that recreation can store their
Equipment.
Yeah.
equipment in there. In particular, the new electric 61-inch zero-turn that we purchased for them last year. There's going to be 2 EV chargers on the outside of that building for anybody that comes to watch their kid play ball or be at the pavilion or use the playground or basketball, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
So that will just get spruced up. It'll look similar on a low-cost scale to what the pavilion looks like. So the color scheme
Okay.
and so forth. Right now, we've got to find the money for it, but
Will that get a metal roof on it too, or?
again, we'll try to find the money for it.
Okay.
Yep. We'd like it to look as close to the,
Yeah, match it up.
Yeah.
I think that's about all that I have right now. Okay, thank you.
all right?
Thanks, Paul.
Our next item, claims and accounts.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, the claims and accounts have been audited by the Finance Committee and approved for payment as follows.
In the general fund, $208,888.49, 0 from community development, sewer fund $859, capital projects $27,758.50, for a total of $237,505.99.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. And now entertain a motion for adjournment.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion that we adjourn tonight's meeting at 7:43 PM.
I second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? And that's carried as well. And we'll close the meeting at